magic. We're magic. Magic Mondays with Coley.
Hey, energy party people. It's that time again. Oops. My exhaled my smudge. Yeah, I'm kind of having a day. So bear with me. But as I've said from the start, like 4.5 years, starting 4.5 years ago or so, my my whole intention is, well, my promise to you, oh my God, I'm even having trouble talking. My promise to you is that I show up no matter what. So here I am. And it's Memorial Day. So I'm guessing people are doing other things today and not watching this. So maybe we're going to keep this real short. And I know I promised that, or I threaten that all the time, but maybe this time it's right. So anyway, I'll stop holding this like I'm holding a cigarette or something. Yeah, so welcome whether you're watching live or in the future. I appreciate you. And yeah, and for anybody else going through, well, I know a lot of people are going through a lot of things right now. So I'm in good company. Yeah, so yeah, what do I want to say? Well, I'll say hello to Art and Erica. Hi, everyone. They say, hey, everyone, happy Memorial Day. Okay. And yeah, happy Memorial Day. And if you have served our country or you are serving our country, man, thank you. And I really appreciate you. I once thought of being one of you, which blows me away because I'm like such a wuss, really, in a lot of ways. So thank you for those who feel drawn to it. I was really drawn to, I wanted this more when I was a lot younger, and I was really drawn to number one, don't mind the smudge on my hand. Number one, when I was like in junior high school time and we toured a Navy ship, and I'm like, hello, boys in uniform. And I had it in my head that you could not be unattractive if you're wearing a uniform. Turns out this isn't true. No offense to anybody who's unattractive in a uniform, but yeah, we ended up moving to Fallbrook, which is next to, like, part of Fallbrook is right against the Naval Weapons Station. That sounds fun. Naval Weapons Station entrance to Camp Pendleton, and driving on base to pick up a friend for, I think, the SATs or something. And yeah, living next to a base. Okay. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. This is just how it is. What I did learn at the base is, no, they're not all cute. And okay, we've come this far. Learned the hard way at a party many years later. Little drunk, and it was a Halloween party. Yeah, and a guy was there dressed as a Marine. Hello. And drunkenly we made out, and sadly he really fell for me, and then we were at a party the next night and he was there, and it was like and I remember he came up behind me. This is important stuff. I'm glad you're here. Everyone needs to hear this. He came up. He was like, I realized he was behind me and he was smelling my hair. Anyway, we sort of got to be friends, and now I can't even remember his name. That was a good story. So let's, yeah. So Yvonne says, good morning, all. Happy Memorial Dat. True dat. Okay. And Art and Erica say thank you to our service members. Faux show. Okay. Well, checking in. You know what that gets you? That gets you a theme song. So let's see if I can do this.
Art and Erica, Erica and Art. Thank you for joining us, doing your part. Yeah.
And thank you for joining us and doing your part, like I just said. Okay, and just because Oh, wow. Let's try that again. I am not on top of my game right now.
Drink.
Why not? Okay. Drink doesn't sound that bad right now. I'm not going to lie. And Yvonne, here's your theme song.
Yvonne is in the house. Check her out.
Check her out. Okay, thanks for being here, guys. Yeah. Yvonne said, oops. Oh, she did not mean Happy Memorial Dat. Yeah. And Art and Erica say, Colleen, we listened to your podcast. It was fantastic. Oh, my radio thing. Thanks. I do have to say, though, your sound was more professional sounding than your host. Yeah. Well, the very first thing she mentioned kind of was like, wow, you must have a good microphone. And I do because, well, doing my, let me gear up here. We'll come back to this in a second, but we got a nice microphone for my setup for recording my audiobook.
Drink.
That was a legit drink. Yeah. Anyway, so I have to say your sound was more professional sounding. Okay. Sorry, I thought I missed something. Okay. Welcome to my morning. Yeah. So I may have been talking about something and lost my place. That would be a first. Yeah. So we actually have had a really nice weekend. Dave is off through tomorrow, so it's a 4-day weekend for us. And well, sort of. I mean, I'm working. But anyway, Dave is home for 4 days, so that's lovely. So that means extra Carcassonne potential. And we had a friend from out of town. She used to live here, but she came back to visit. And as I said in my newsletter, she is from a far and distant land called Pennsylvania. So we had an overnight guest, and that is just not a usual thing for me. Let's just say Mama likes her privacy. Mama likes her downtime. My mama likes, okay, I'm Mama. In this case, I really like my time alone. I mean, Dave's here, but he's often doing his own thing. Yeah, being an empath, it's lovely to have the choice of how often I spend time with people. That's a real luxury. And I know sounds like I'm showing off. Anyway, I'm not. Just trust me. But we had a friend in town for a night, and it was so lovely. And of course, I let her know as she was leaving. I don't do this for everybody, and that just shows how cool you are. Yeah, you. Anyway, so we had this a lovely friend. She's an acupuncturist, and I don't know what I would call her, but she's on a mission to help not only other acupuncturists and healthcare professionals learn about pregnancy and the needs of pregnant women and the whole pregnancy process and giving birth. And man, did she tell me some statistics that were crazy town. Yeah, so she's here. She's realizing that she needs to reach out more to the lay people, not just the professionals. Anyway, she's amazing. And it's always lovely to spend time with somebody who's really good at what they do. That's always fun. And Erica, that includes you, by the way. Yeah, man, I probably said this before, and I'll just say it again. It was so lovely. It was a lot of years ago. And Erica, I forget how, but she was able to get like this amazing deal on like an extraordinary violin. And we were invited. I don't know if we even knew you guys yet, but we were invited by some other amazing, I was going to say musicians, and to come to like a fundraiser musical thing. Yeah, I think that's what you called it, a fundraiser musical thing. Anyway, that sounds professional. So, yeah, and I remember watching the four of you performing and hearing, I believe you sang, Erica, and it's just like, really? And you guys are just so top of your game. And I remember like, whoo, crying even talking about it. Like trying not to cry. But when I'm in the presence of magnificence. It's hard not to. And a little side note, it was also an interesting day because before the thing, as you call it, that's a weird title, you guys, but the thing, as you called it, there was an open, or yeah, not an open bar, a pay bar. Anyway, and I'm like, Mama's gonna get a drink, and so I got a glass of wine. And when I was standing in line to do that, one of the performers, who I won't say, but let's just say he's a Grammy Award-winning performer as of recently. Anyway, I remember him. He came up to me and he's like, "I know this sounds weird, but." So basically, when I first started doing energy work, I didn't know what I was looking for. I didn't know I was looking for something. But when I started doing the emotion code and learning theta healing, whatever that entails, I don't even remember. By checking the self point, and I was working on somebody, and I got like when I asked if her. I asked her to say her name, and it was a no. And I'm like, okay. And I got that others were testing through her, and it turned out to be 3. And I was just like, what's happening? And it turned the spoiler after a gazillion questions. The spoiler was there were 3 of them. They identified as not from this planet. Like, okay, that was like never my thing. So I wasn't looking for that. Yeah, and determined there were two guys and a girl. And at the time I thought, well, just for sake of identification, like, can I give you names? Yeah. And so the names I gave them were Fred, Susie, and Terry. Terry's a boy. And then throughout the next, or over time, like in a kind of short amount of time, I called them that for months and months, I believe, if not years, until they all revealed their names that they preferred through different, like 3 different sources. And one of them was that day at the thing. Seriously, you guys, it doesn't sound very professional. I would think of a better way to advertise any fundraisers in the future. But anyway, yeah, so I'm at this thing, and this Grammy Award winner came up to me because he'd worked with me, obviously. He didn't just come out of the blue. And he's like, yeah, I know this sounds weird, but Susie told me that her name is Star. And I'm like, oh, okay. People are always saying, like, I know this sounds weird, but I got this thing. And they know they can tell me, because good luck on sounding too weird with me. And so I got my drink, got a little fuckered up because I'm a lightweight, and watched this amazing thing. Okay, you guys, I get it. I know okay. I'll admit right now, I made that up. They did not call it a thing. So benefit concert, thank you. See how professional they are? Anyway, yeah, so I completely forgot about telling me this. Watched the show. I was just so blown away, trying not to cry, as I mentioned. Yeah, and then I believe it was that same day we had a gathering that I'd created just with a bunch of woo-woo people, and mostly the group that I met Khufu in, and got to be friends with a lot of those people. And so I had a bunch of woo-woo people come over, a bunch meaning there were like maybe six to 8 of us, like in my little office space at our house. And yeah, and so Khufu was there, and I remember we had the intention of like, okay, somebody volunteer, like we'll use your body. I wasn't using a pendulum yet, so we're going to muscle test. And I asked somebody to volunteer and lie on the massage table and be the volunteer or the representative for all of us. And so we were asking, like, what can we do for the group? And and so as I was testing, they stopped testing as themselves or whatever, and it was clear that somebody was with us, and it was somebody I knew, and it was a female, and it was one of these guys, as I point to the sky, meaning not from this planet. And I went through any other somebodies I could think of. I didn't know what was happening. And then Khufu behind me goes, is it somebody? Whew, still gets me. Whew. He's like, is it somebody named Star? A Grammy award winner. He might have met Khufu at some time, but there was no like, hey Khufu, yeah, somehow I have your phone number. I'm gonna call you up and mention this thing I told Colleen earlier. So that was pretty amazing. And well, Fred indicated to me that his name was oh my God, Lon. Jesus, just fell out of my head. Oh, I heart Lon. Yeah. And then another friend, who I happen to be working on later today. That's weird. She told me about Terry. So anyway, so Lonstar and Hall. So she told me about Hall. Okay, well, that was a long story. And yeah, this is the good stuff you show up for. Yeah. And so I'm feeling better. But yeah, so I'll just say, as I've mentioned, I've started this group. I'm calling them my early adopters, like not needing everything to be shiny and perfect. Like, I don't know how much shiny and perfect this could be. But anyway, I decided to take the quantum leap and just like dive in and, be led each step of the way. And it's been one of, not to be too dramatic, but it's been one of the most, I'm just so in love with it. And like, there's two things that give me that much joy: being with Dave, meeting Dave, and being in love with him and being loved by him, and him seeing who I am, and doing this group. Like these badass women. Like this week, one of them was really, at least reached out to me that she was struggling, and I've told them, please reach out, and she did. And I'm so grateful for that. And yeah, so I got to do a video of checking her and showing how I do it. And that's kind of how we're doing this. It's a lot of demos and talking and asking questions. It's not just like, okay, everyone sit down with your pendulum and okay, everyone get a yes. No, it's not like that at all. And it's just been so it's just, I just feel like, well, until last night, and I know there's just a part of me fucking with myself, but it's just like, this is just, I feel over the top grateful of how this is unfolding, and we're only a couple weeks in, and it's like this is this has been in the works like my whole life, and it's like this, it's culminating in this. And for some reason last night, I just, this is not unusual for me, and I know there's more magic in this, but yeah, I just started like picking it apart and like how I'm not doing this right, or this won't be sustainable, or somehow like where the fuck does that shit come from? And I'm just gonna say it again. The magical book called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. And the whole idea is realizing or considering whenever you're feeling really good about something and you're like, for me, I'm expanding into brand new territory. No one taught me how to do this. Like, this is, for the most part, this has just been expanding through me. And yeah, so talk about brand new territory, and add on top of it being a healer and having old resonances of being tortured, and like it's not okay to do this, including out loud family stuff this lifetime. Like, we don't do this. Yeah, and my grandma in some way like shut my clairaudience down. That's what I've gotten like for years and years. So it's a lot to step into, and it just feels so right. And so that's I'm definitely expanding out of my original programming, like on a very regular basis. So I've mentioned like I have to maintain like feeling better and feeling so excited and happy and like at peace. And it's like I'm at peace. Like it's like there's all the little I don't know what's little fuckers like trying to find the hole, trying to find the problem. Always that's been my whole life. So anyway, so this upper limiting idea is like, of course I'm upper limiting. Like it's upper limiting. Another word for that is sabotage, self-sabotage. Yeah, you'll like find a way, even though you're not thinking about it, you'll find a way to fuck it up. And so gratefully I'm onto that. And I was able to look into it this morning and do some work. Yeah. And also has gotten a little heavy, but perhaps you can relate. Yeah. And like as upset as I kind of look, yeah, there's always a part of me is like, oh, it's like she's over here. It's like, oh, Muffin, there's juice in here, and this is all for the good. So don't cry for me, Argentina. I'm just fine. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and play another couple theme songs. Let's just lighten shit up here. Okay, so there's a few people I know that tune in sometimes. Probably not today, but whatever. I don't care. I can play your theme song. I might just play a couple. Okay. Let's play this one for Gabby. Here we go, Gabby.
Gabri J, Gabri K, Gabrielle is here today. Welcome.
Welcome. Oh, I'm going to play this one for my friend Leslie.
Hey, 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 it's Leslie. I'm so glad that you are here.
Or not. Okay. This one's for Pam.
They call her Pam. Welcome.
All right. And how about so not important. Okay. I thought I had something else here. We're going to play this one for Laura because she often tells me that she's watched later.
Laura, it's Laura, and Laura is here. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura. Okay. I guess I'll just leave it at that for now. Okay. Well, this is one of those weeks where we are going to play. Oh, yeah. So if you're watching and you want to play, pick a number between, let's say, 1 and 20. Pick a number and write it in the comments, and whoever does it first wins. And if nobody's fast enough for my, like, I'm going to pick one myself. Let me consider that. How about we do this? Okay. So I'm still taking offers, but in case I don't get an offer, so my name is Colleen. Yes. Okay. So, I think we might have an offer here. Okay. Art and Erica, thank you for playing. You guys are awesome. So, okay. How about I go to the right screen? So you said 7. So a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6. I'd like to welcome this week's sponsor, Hip Hip Bidet, for all of your booty washing needs. Hip Hip Bidet. Or as my brother said to me years ago when he was trying to convince me to get a bidet, which we do have one now, thank you. But I was just kind of like, no thanks. And he's like, so if your dog shits on the cement on the patio, do you wipe it off with a paper towel or do you spray it off with a hose? My brother's pretty smart. And you know what? just because I can, we're going to watch this again because it makes me so happy. Here we go.
As I took my last breath, and I knew that the world was over and nature was going to take it all back, I knew I had one last thing to do, and it was to drink my last Modelo.
I don't know. Things that make me happy. Okay. And Erica's response is, okay. Okay. So thank you, Hip Hip Bidet, for your continued sponsorship. Spray it away, Hip Hip Bidet. Okay. You're welcome. I just made that up for you. Yeah. Oh, and just going back to, and I'll get over this soon. So I checked myself earlier and I asked if I was upper limiting, and which doesn't always show up. It's interesting. Like the work I do is like kind of it's more nuanced than it used to be, and it's all about the words that resonate. And sometimes you have to say things just a certain way to really get to the heart of something. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. What am I trying to say? So first I checked myself this morning, like I'm not feeling very happy, and I cleared something, and that's fine. And then I felt better, but, and so I checked in again and specifically asked if I was upper limiting, and I got a, yeah. And as I've mentioned before, see where you think you might land on this. He talks about the four main barriers that most people come up against when they find themselves moving into new territory or feeling really good or whatever. It could be like you feel fundamentally flawed. Gratefully, I don't feel that. At least not consciously, I don't think. Disloyalty and abandonment. If you get more successful, maybe you'll be disloyal on some level. Like maybe there's a family agreement, like we're poor. Ugh, fuck that. Or you might feel like being successful is too much of a burden, so you kind of manage to fuck yourself up. Yeah. And the fourth one, Gay Hendricks talks about is, mine. Fear of outshining others, which I just find fascinating. Yeah. And what I have written down for fear of outshining others, I just wrote down a little extra detail of how you might realize that that's your fear. I really didn't see this coming. But you tend to turn down your enjoyment with certain people. I know I've downplayed what I have with Dave to certain people who haven't been in a relationship for a long time or got cheated on. Ooh. Thinking of a relative. Anyway, so I'm wondering if you possibly can identify with any of those. But man, is it helpful to have that realization like, oh, fuck. Not everything's not going to shit. It's just there's a part of me trying to keep myself safe. And when you know how to peel that shit apart, magic. Anyway, hi Blanca. White jasmine is here. Yay. One of the best smells. I mean, the flower, not you, Blanca, although I'm sure you smell lovely, but I haven't smelled you because I'm not like that guy who was dressed up as a Marine and then the next night wasn't. I remember my mom talked about a boyfriend she had when she was teenager or young adult. Sanford, I think his name was. Anyway, and he was when she met him in his uniform. I believe he's in the Navy. And then he came to spend time with her family for a weekend or something. You know what he was wearing? You know what he wasn't wearing? And I think that was a little bit of a boner killer for my mom. But anyway, she never described it as that. But okay. So let's go ahead and find Blanca's song before I forget. Here you go.
Blanca. Oh, Blanca. Thank you for showing up today. Yay!
Thanks for being here, Blanca. Okay. So upper limiting. So this morning I thought to ask, oh, am I upper limiting? Like specifically asking about it. Like it kind of doesn't just show up for me. It like I have to specifically ask about it. And I'll get back to that in a moment, but that makes me think of, as I've probably bragged before, about being when I was living in Sacramento. I remember my husband, not Dave, my husband was in the car waiting, so he missed out. But I went to go pick up the pizzas. And so I was standing in line. It was a weekend that was the like Sacramento Jazz Festival, which is kind of a big deal if you're into that shit. Anyway, and yeah, and there were two lines, and yeah, and so in the line next to me, there was a grown man with braces. So how cute is that? Oh my God. Best part of junior high was braces on boys. And damn it, my teeth were straight enough to not need braces. Yeah, which is great, I guess, but I loved braces. Yeah, and he looked at the woman behind me, and I heard him say, wow, you look like Molly Ringwald. And I'm like, got to see this, because when I was in high school, that was my celebrity look-ish alike, was Molly Ringwald. I know you can't see it now, but maybe I'll try to find a picture where you can see it. If you watched 16 Candles, there are angles of her face like, whoa. Yeah. Anyway, and so I looked at, I don't know if I kind of heard her go, but she didn't say anything. She didn't acknowledge, yeah, I'm Molly Ringwald, until, here's my point. I turned around, looked her in the eye, and asked, are you Molly Ringwald? She said, yes, I am. And so, of course, all the things going through my head of no more Yankee my wanky, the donger needs food. You don't smell it, son. You eat it. Yeah, I could go on and on with all those quotes from the Magnificent 16 Candles. All right, remember Farmer Ted? Yeah, I know Coop is laughing. He's like, yeah, he remembers Farmer Ted. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. So it wasn't till I specifically asked, am I upper limiting? Yes. All right. And I went through the different barriers. No, with my pendulum. Hi, Shannon. I'll play your song in a second. I purposely didn't play Shannon's song earlier when I was randomly playing songs, because I was going to wait till she showed up. Anyway, yeah. So I went through all the barriers, and even though this is the only one that ever shows up for me, and sure enough, I got that it was a fear of outshining others. And so I always ask, okay, is there a particular somebody that resonates as part of my fear of outshining them? And like for the longest time, it was my mom, and now very routinely, so strange to me, but I get that it's Mary Morrissey, who's like so like accomplished and has so much impact, and she has for so long. And her friends are Wayne Dyer, well, used to be, until Wayne died. Bad joke. Anyway, yeah, but it's showing up for me that I'm like a fear of outshining her. And part of me is like, well, what are the fucking chances of that? However, in one of her classes one night, I probably said it before, but I'm just going to say it again. One of Mary Morrissey's Tuesday night classes, her live Zoom calls with her mentees, which there are usually like 600 or so of us all around the world, which is what I want. And yeah, and in one of those classes last year, as my year mentorship is coming to an end soon, yeah, she was talking about Napoleon Hill, who wrote Think and Grow Rich, if you're not aware. And it's all about thinking. It's all about new thought, like going back to like Thoreau and Emerson and all of that. And so Napoleon Hill contacted Andrew Carnegie, who was just like the big kahuna. And Andrew Carnegie suggested that, I believe this is the story, he suggested that Napoleon Hill spend the next however many years, like 20 years, interviewing every rich person he could find and see how they did it and what was their background and all of that. And one of the things, and my point, I'll get to it, one of the things that Andrew Carnegie, so Mr. Big, told Mr. Little at the time, Napoleon Hill, he told Napoleon Hill, like, here's your homework, like, write this down, stick it on your mirror and read it every day. Look yourself in the eye in the mirror every day and say, Andrew Carnegie. So I'm Napoleon Hill talking to Andrew Carnegie as if I'm talking to Andrew Carnegie in the mirror. And it's like, Andrew Carnegie. So these are the instructions from him. Andrew Carnegie, not only will I exceed your accomplishments, and then there's where the language gets really old-timey, but not only will I exceed your accomplishments, I challenge you at the post and pass you at the grandstand. So I guess that's a horse racing reference. But basically, and she said, like, who might you say that to? And that she just threw it out there as homework. And so from that day, I've been saying that in the mirror. Mary Morrissey, not only do I exceed your accomplishments, I challenge you at the post and pass you at the grandstand. And when I met her in person in Napa last year, and I got to interact with her several times, including when she signed my book and changed my life. But, or as she said, endorsed my book. I remember just playfully giving her one of the cards that Dave and I made up right before that thing, because my book was just coming out, and it's like, I should probably have something to give people. And basically it just says Colleen McCann, taking the ooh out of woo since 2007, and the name of my book and all that. And she was kind of hanging out where I was as we were waiting for the Napa wine dinner train. That's right. Yeah, I was like, can I please give you one of my cards? I've written a book. And she's like, of course. And she looked at it and she's like, oh, Colleen, you're so funny. Anyway, so yay me. And then I told her, like, I want to be you. I want to be my version of you. I want to have that impact. And of course, my favorite part is I told her, like, I want to be you, but not in a creepy, all about Eve way, which is an old movie. You should totally watch it if you don't get the reference. She got it because she's 20 years older than me, or almost 20 years older than me. Anyway, yeah. So I'm guessing nobody will take me up on this, but you could, who do you not idolize? That sounds gross. But who do you look at, and who's like somebody doing something that you really want to do? And I invite you, if you want to do this, if you want to use that same old-timey language, which I've gotten used to the old-timey language because Mary teaches stuff written by old-timers. Yeah. But yeah, maybe I'll invite my group to do this. Ooh, okay. My mentoring group. Because, I'm just a few steps ahead. That's all. But you could say, Colleen McCann, not only do I exceed your accomplishments, I challenge you at the post and pass you at the grandstand. And basically, as Mary said, well, Napoleon, I believe she said he did end up having more impact in certain ways than Andrew Carnegie. So I'm just playing with big dreams. So thanks for listening. Okay, Shannon, I don't think we played your song, right? And did I say hi, Shannon, or hi, everyone? I don't think I played your song, but even if I did, I'm just going to ask, who gives a fuck? Okay, here you go.
Shannon is here. Hey, Dr. Shannon.
Hey, Dr. Shannon. I hope you get a day off. Yeah. So how has it been? Almost 40 minutes already. Oh my goodness. Okay. I was telling Dave I'm so not chatty today, and here we go. Okay. Well, before I go on, and Art and Erica say, hey, Dr. Shannon. Oh, she says, love it. And they say, hey, Dr. Shannon. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring Coop on and do some magic for the group. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. No, wait for it. Wait for it. Here we go. Pretend like he hasn't come on yet.
Ooh, we're catching up with Coop. We're catching up with Coop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wow, it must be hot. Or is it just you?
I just got back from the gym. Actually, today's very quite temperate. It's only 74 right now. So,
Nice. Yeah, it's dipped back down for us to like 60s, 70s.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 90 in a couple days, but
Ooh. Well, no matter how long I've been on the planet, I'm always baffled by like, why isn't it hot yet in San Diego when it's like June? Like oftentimes it doesn't seem to get really hot until July. So I guess we have a while. But there'll be moments, pockets that'll fool us.
yeah.
But, okay, and Shannon says real quick, yes. Oh, thanks. Yes, I'm off today. And I'm late because I was napping. Ooh, good for you. You probably needed it.
Cool.
Yeah. So how's it going with your son?
Oh, it's good. He's doing his thing. He's upstairs right now. I don't know. Yeah. He's been working a lot. He's been out with his friends. He's got, fraternity brothers and stuff. He guess he's been to a couple grad parties the past week, guys that are graduating, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's been nice. We've had some, got to just kick back, watch some TV together and just check in and see what's going on with each other. So that's been kind of nice. And he also had his own
I
space.
think that's lovely.
Not like we're all jammed into each other. So yeah,
That sounds relaxed. That
Yeah,
sounds
it
like
is.
spending. I know it's different because he's your son, I guess, but it sounds relaxed, even though you're with a family member.
We're both pretty relaxed people generally. So yeah, I didn't.
And your
say anything
dude.
else. Yeah. So
Yeah.
he keeps leaving his shoes around, but I just put them on the stairs. So yeah, but no, he's up in the. I basically just I'm lazy, so I don't go upstairs much. So yeah, so he's got the master bedroom and hangs out up there, and I got I live and work and sleep right here in the living room. I have four bedrooms, but yeah, so it hasn't disrupted me at all. So yeah, this worked out great.
So, oh my God, it was your birthday yesterday. So happy birthday.
Yeah.
How was it?
Oh, it's fun. I heard from everybody that I met even more, like Facebook blew up. I had like 25 people reaching out to say hi. I'm on Facebook.
That's nice.
I don't usually do Facebook much anymore, but so yeah, I was on there today, hearting everybody's well wishes, and I went out for brunch yesterday. I got totally smashed on mimosas at the Mimosa House,
Nice.
and had a nice relaxing day. Played computer game and took a nap, and yeah, it was a good birthday.
Shannon says, happy birthday, Coop.
Oh, thanks, Shannon. So,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
Dr. Shannon. Oh my God, have I been disrespectful? Yeah. Anyway.
But no, everything's good here. I got nothing. So let's see what the pendulum's got to say for us.
Let's do it. Oh, we have another birthday wish.
Thanks.
America. Happy birthday, Coop.
Yeah, the thing is, I turned 58. I've been telling myself for like 6 months now that I'm going to be 59. So to only turn 58, it's been kind of a relief. It's like, oh, I'm not 59. I'm only 58.
Ta-da!
So
Happy birthday. Just came to here.
60. So next year when I turn 59, it's like, oh, I'm only 59, not 60. So that's what you
Well,
always
I've been throwing around 60, and my birthday was just in February. So, like, I'm not in a hurry, but I guess I'm really aligning with being 60. And it's like, okay, let's see what's next. Like, this is interesting. What's next?
I still
Not
don't
in a
feel
hurry.
like I thought I would feel. I'm finally feeling like an adult. Like I thought I'd feel when I was 30. So
Right.
yeah, late development, arrested development.
Living with a fraternity brother. Okay, you weren't doing that well, maybe you were doing that at 30.
I was living by myself, and that's when I started.
Okay.
Was dating Cheryl. We got engaged. I think I got married when I was 32. I think.
Okay.
So yeah, I was starting to date Cheryl.
It just made me think of, wow, another trip down memory lane. But yeah, that apartment you're talking about.
Yeah,
and you having that party and me throwing up in your room, and you gave me a big container to puke into, but I guess you had like grown it or something, so it had holes at the bottom.
It was one of my grow buckets. I had poked a bunch of holes in the bottom for drainage with nails. So yeah, I had you puke in a bucket with a bunch of holes in the bottom.
Yeah, you had to deal with my vomit a few times.
Well,
And thank you for your service.
Him and I had went to like Beverages and More and bought like $400 worth of booze. We didn't have like a bowl of chips. We
I
had
know. What
nothing
were
to
we
give away.
thinking back then? What a bunch of idiots.
We just drank and drank and drank and had nothing to eat. And then, yeah, it was ugly night.
Yeah, you know you're an adult when there's food involved as well.
Right. Yeah, we didn't think about that at all.
Anyway, okay, for realsies, let's go ahead and do this. All right, so first let's do a quick grounding. So if you're playing along, I'm going to go from my heart, which is green. Pick a chakra, any chakra. Here we go. So we're expanding out our beautiful chakra energies out, 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 out into the far reaches of the universe, sharing our love and energy with the world, with the universe. And we're also going to open up our crown chakras and allow in the cosmic energy to swirl down, dip down into Mother Earth Gaia, bring up some of her energy, creating an interface between heaven and earth through us. So that being said, so my name is Colleen. Yes. My name is Bob. No. It's safe and appropriate to work with the group today, watching live or in the future. Yep. Okay. So let's put out a call for any dead people, stuck souls that are just ready, no questions asked. They just need an exit strategy. So for anybody watching live or in the future, if there are any dead people, now's your chance. So do I have any takers? Yep. So there are some dead people that are ready to move on to the light. Yep. Jesus, are you ready? Yep. Okay. Give us a moment and say goodbye to your little invisible dead friends. Okay. So, all right. So have we successfully released the dead people to the light? Thank you, Jesus. Okay. So is there something energetic to do for the group today, watching live or in the future? Yep. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row 1, 3, 5, 7, 7. Okay. That takes me to a vow. So let me go to my vow page. Okay, so this is a personal vow. Yes, this vow is in column A in an odd numbered row. Okay, in row 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 15. And our winner is, wow, how appropriate, a vow of sabotage. Okay, so it's safe and appropriate and from the light to go ahead and clean up or resolve this vow of sabotage for the group watching live and in the future. Yes. Are we ready? We are. Okay, give me a moment. Yeah. Ooh, sorry, Pendy. Yeah, I always apologize to her when I drop her. But yeah, just in case, well, this is for anybody, but in case any of my magic mentoring ladies are watching, yeah, it's super badass to step into your magic because you know you're going to be upper limiting. You know that shit's going to come up and try to hold you down, and it's badass to learn how to recognize that and get past it fairly easily. So that being said, okay, so we've successfully released this vow for everyone who needed it, watching live in the future. Yes. Okay, so there's something else for us to do for the group. Yep. This is on my master menu. This is in column A. Nope. In column B. Yeah. In an odd numbered row. Yeah. In row 1, 3, 5, 5. Wow. So 5, 7, 9, 9. Okay. Okay, so this resonates as I call it technology to clear. And this is kind of one of my unstickers. So if I'm having trouble getting an answer or just kind of stuck in some way, that's on my master menu. So as technology to clear. And once again, I just have a chart of different words that have come up over the years of technology to clear. So for the group, this is this is in column A. Yes. Column B. No. Okay. Column A in an odd numbered row. In an even numbered row. Yes. In row 2. Tried to say no, but it's a yes on 2. So that just resonates as new technology. Okay, so it's safe and appropriate from the light and for everyone's highest good and well-being that we clear this new technology. Yep. Are we ready? We are. Give me a moment. Yeah. Okay. So have we successfully cleared this new technology for the group? Yeah. And in case it means anything to you, no matter what word shows up or resonates for the technology to be cleared, it's always kind of the same starting point. It's almost like it's when it resonates as technology to be cleared, it's kind of like it's kind of like something like I always picture kind of a ghost town. So, there's still like some buildings kind of there, but they're so old and decrepit. Like it's really more of just a facade. It might look a little intimidating, but really it's just a facade. And it's just kind of like lately I've been taking some kind of visualizing some kind of giant air blower to this technology to clear. And it's just like, basically you just kind of almost just have to blow on it. And it's like, it removes the facade that looks so daunting, but really it's nothing. Okay. So that being said, is there something else to do for the group today? Yes. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. No. Okay. In row 2, 4, 6, 6. Our winner is a vulnerability to mend in our energy fields. Okay, so we're going to mend a vulnerability in our energy fields. Yes, we're going to mend this through a magic doorway. Yes, this magic doorway is in column A. Yeah. In an odd numbered row. No. In row 2. No. Okay. Dismantling the constraints to peace. Hell to the yeah. So it's safe and appropriate to mend our vulnerabilities in our energy fields through this magic doorway now. Yep. Are we ready? We are. Give me a moment. Okay. So have we successfully mended the vulnerability in our energy field? Yes. Okay. Is there anything else to do for the group today? No. Okay. Are we sure? Yeah. Okay. That works for me. Oh, wow. Way under the wire. It's only 52 minutes. My original intent with this, way back in whatever year that was that 20? Oh, I guess it must have been.
Pandemic.
Yeah. Like it was the day after I officiated a wedding. Yeah. And which has nothing to do with anything. But at that time, I'm like, okay, I'll give this a go for a month, and it'll be like a half hour maybe. And then right off the bat, I think the first one was like an hour and a half. Anywho, yeah. So blah blah blah. Welcome to the history lesson of Magic Mondays, and thank you for showing up. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. Once again, thank you for our service members, and I'm just going to go ahead and thank everyone who is of any kind of service. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Like, and if you're of service to others because you're kind to somebody, well, that includes you. So anyway, and we're going to all have to find matching uniforms to make ourselves sexier. Okay. So any closing words of extreme wisdom, profound wisdom?
Be grateful.
Yep, I think those are great words of wisdom. Be grateful. Okay, well, I love you all. Thank you for showing up, and let me know if I can be of any service to you. As always, energyhealingwithcolleen.com. You can check out my book at well, you can check it out there. But why am I not seeing it? Oh well, who cares? Energyhealingwithcolleen.com.
I can see it.
for all of your anything to do with me needs. Well, not anything, but like my magic and stuff. Some things are private, believe it or not.
Within reason.
Anyway, well, thanks for being here, Coop. Yeah, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Everybody.
Bye.
You are magic, magic. We are magic. Magic Mondays with